That's right, everyone, we're back with Can You Beat Genshin Impact Without Elemental Skills? If you haven't seen the last installment of this challenge, go check it out in this corner. The rules are very explanatory, but we're going to add a little spiciness this time. We're going to keep our elemental skill binded to the E key, so it'll be much easier to misclick. And remember, if I do misclick, I need to teleport up, out, and away from whatever I was doing to the last teleport waypoint I visited. The whole challenge needs to be completed with as few elemental skill casts as possible, but if it's really, truly necessary, I'll add it to our counter down here. Before we begin, here are a few of you viewers I would like to commemorate. If you would like the chance to be up here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be sure not to do repeats. And here are a couple of my buddies I stream with. Make sure to show them some love and head over to their streams too. I link their channels in the description down below. With the jargon out of the way, let's get to walking to Liyue. It's gonna take a lot longer than I thought. Finally, we made it to Liyue. Now I remember why I disliked the land of China the most. Walk up to the big plaza and we witness the rite of descension to seek the mighty wisdom of Rex Lapis himself. He's dead. We can't do that now. He's dead. Apparently we fear we're the ones who did it, so we have to quote-unquote escape the crime scene. We can't throw rocks here like last time, but these guys really need to get their classes checked. We get saved by our money man, and he helps us move to the bank. He sends us off to the mountains to find the mystical animals that guard this place, cause ain't no way Xiao's over here being 5'4" and not some kind of dwarf mushroom. Once again, walking up the mountains is going to take a long time, and I entertained the idea of wishing on Wanderer's next banner to finally get some speed. However, that's nonsense, as the entire reason he is fast stems from his elemental skill. And so do Yelan, Sayu, and other world traversers. So much of our movement is from our own 2 feet. After receiving multiple blisters, we made it to Mooncarver's domain, in which we battle the Millilith because 1, they think we did it, 2, we're the silent protagonists who can't speak up about our innocence, and 3, Mooncarver enjoys violence. Look, he's even giving us a neat buff that does basically nothing in our challenge. He reduces skill cooldowns, but that's not much to work with when you have none. Nevertheless, the fight was easy, and we finally let Mooncarver know what... Oh, he already knows? Oh, that's good. Now it's time to scale the even taller mountains to meet the other 2 birds. Really wish I had Caswell or Fenty to make... Oh, wait. I can't. Man, I remember my days with full stamina. I'm not doing that here. Those oculi can wait. After receiving a headache, we trudge up to Mountain Shaper's domain. Breaking the amber can be done with physical damage, that's our second Adepti sought. And third is Cloud Retainer. After creating the most scrumptious dish, only for it to rot outside forever, we make our way into her domain, where we come across a problem.
Receive an audience with the Adept.
Setting aside the fact that this skip took 10 minutes or more, I lost count. There's another issue our no elemental skill quest gives us. We have no healer, or shielder, or really any protector at all. Noelle can't help, Barbara can't help, not even my man Baiju. That's why me and the homies use the Statue of the Seven. There are true healers for real. So we gotta make sure we take as little damage as possible, at least until we can teleport back safely. Once we speak with Cloud Retainer, the final Adeptus we need to seek is Xiao. He gets angry at us for calling him short and won't speak with us until we get some food, but the guy that makes his food is scared of this little ghost girl. Here, let me shoot you away for it. Oh my gosh. Lisa and Amber make the perfect combo to break down any big target, so get their burst and overload away until the beast is brought to burn.
And his name is John Cena!
We finally get Xiao to listen to us. I'm not actually too sure why we needed to tell the Adepti about
Rex Lapis. Assassinated. How can this be?
but I'm glad we could get it done. And that ends Act 1. And that starts another grinding session. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, a couple days worth of daily commissions and we've made it to Act 2. But first, if you're enjoying this so far, please consider leaving a like, sub, and ring that notification bell to stay updated on future content. Also consider watching my Twitch at twitch.tv/gamerperson06. Not only do I stream the footage for this video, but I also stream many other games like Valorant and It Takes Two Solo. Come join the Gamer Person Posse. I'll be ecstatic of your arrival. We meet up yet again with Child, and he introduces us to his oh-so inconspicuous friend, Zhongli. He tells us that to send off the Geo Archon with a proper farewell, we need a whole shopping list of items. First on the list is Dr. Lucas Jade, which we need to light a pot to test them out. Bow and Catalyst users are essential for this challenge, and that makes Amber our bestest girl. Has anyone said that before? Once we buy the right jade, we just need the flowers, perfume, and a really close encounter in Madame Ping's teapot to finish our fetch quests. Now we need to find laborers, volunteers to help set up the rite of parting. I actually didn't know you could lose all a child's money, but we did it. Now we gotta go to Chi-Chi's abode and search for the legendary Coco Goat, which requires more walking. Are you serious? Some treasure hoarders get angry at us for fixing the thing they broke, so we gotta fight them all. Liyue has some tougher enemies that will knock you around, so take ample time to dodge and strike when they're open. Get rid of the archers first, they can attack you at any range. Also take care to not knock them off. It's just a hassle to get back up, especially without much stamina. Dealing with the treasure hoarders, we find out that there's no such thing as a Coco Goat and that we just needed coconut milk. At least we got our plans, so we can leave her and never see her again. Hopefully not. And now we can chill and get some food with Zhonglin. All for about 3 minutes until Ganyu interrupts our dinner date and invites us to the Jade Chamber. Oh, and she also gives us another AR cap. We need a little more XP, so I went Xingqiu's and Diluc's story quests. Not only because they give more rewards, but also because they are actually possible. We already know what's going on with Amber's domain, and Xiangling's needs Guoba to complete her domain, which we cannot substitute with Bear Bunny, because you know why. After watching Diluc beat up Hilichurls, we made it to the final act of the Liyue chapter. Of all the things Ganyu gave, she didn't give us the directions to the Jade Chamber, so we need to climb the highest mountain and activate Anemo Pinwheel with Geo Traveler. I have to climb up here again. After that, spent 5 minutes, we activate the wind current for it to not even get near the Jade Chamber. We really should think before we jump into things, and we're gonna jump straight back into walking off to an irrelevant location and see if we can supposedly see anything out with the ballistiscope. The Millith actually catch us in the act of trespassing on government property, so now they have a right to beat us out. Unlucky for them, just use the same strats as with the treasure hoarders and it'll be them who gets beaten. King comes too late to stop the party and informs us of the actual way to get up. Me and Ning Wangan, finding out that you can actually take the same way back up there in case you fell off the Jade Chamber. I didn't, I just used an elemental skill at the top. And find the so-called famous paper snow inside. Paimon begs us to be greedy and we walk off to where it tells us to, without thinking, again. If you're fast enough, you can avoid the whole Fatui encounter and inspect the sigils before they can turn around. It doesn't matter if they see you after, just teleport away. And now, we get to sing to some flowers.
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened?
Luckily, it was raining during the Whopper flower battle, as we all know.
Cryo is always far more effective in the rain.
So give them all the reactions we can. Hopefully you got warmed up with those guys, because we're about to enter the Golden House and fight Child. Between this fight and the one with level 1 Dia, which you can and should please check out in this corner here, I would much rather beat Child without elemental skills. But remember, you can't heal much, so keep your distance. After a pretty close call with Tartaglia, he gets salty and summons the Ocean Lord Osile, who supposedly has a wife and kids. Man, he's farther in life than I am. It's nice that Madame Ping revives and heals us all before the fight, because we sure need everyone's firepower before we get blessed with the powers of the Adepti. But once you do get them, it's a walk in the park. Slam the Jade Chamber over Osile's head, attend the rite of parting, and watch La Signora get the Geonosis so easily, and completing Liyue without elemental skills is indeed possible. Thank you all so much for sticking to the end of the video. I'm glad I could get the next installment out. If you've enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, sub, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on future content. Also consider watching my Twitch at twitch.tv/gamerperson06. Not only do I stream the footage for this video, but I also stream many other amazing games like Valorant and It Takes Two Solo. Come join the Gamer Person Posse. I'll be ecstatic of your arrival. And finally, be sure to check out these YouTubers as well. They make amazing challenge videos that inspired my own. And don't forget my friends who also stream on Twitch. They make the journey all the more colorful. Until then, have a good day, night, etc.